Have you ever felt like your soul is just tired? Not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, but the kind that comes from carrying too much. For too long with no one really noticing, you try to smile, try to stay strong for everyone else. But deep inside, you're running on empty. You pray, or at least you try. But even your prayers feel quiet now. And maybe part of you is asking, God, where are you in this? Because if you're honest, you don't feel him right now. You feel alone in a storm you can't explain. And worst of all, you think you shouldn't feel this way. But what? If I told you feeling drained doesn't mean you failed, being tired doesn't mean God has left, because even in this, especially in this, he is near. Asterisk. Let's name what's really going on. You're not just tired, you're weary. Weary from being strong for too long. Weary from smiling when your heart is breaking. It's weary from carrying things alone that were never meant to be carried without God. But here's the thing. We live in a world that glorifies holding it together. It teaches us to fake fine, post perfect, and hide the cracks. And slowly, we start to believe a quiet lie. If I were stronger, I wouldn't feel like this. So we hide. We isolate. Push through. Say I'm okay, while screaming. Inside. But friend, you were never meant to carry life alone. Even Jesus, the Son of God, he wept. He got tired. He needed silence, and he leaned on the Father. He didn't pretend to be unshakable. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he cried, out in anguish, my soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. He gets it. So if you're in a season where you're exhausted, numb, or just surviving day to day, don't beat yourself up. You're not broken. You're just burdened. And God is not standing far off waiting for you to get it together. Right there, arms open, not to judge, but to carry what you no longer can. Asterisk, what if the answer isn't trying harder, but surrendering deeper? We think strength means pushing through, but sometimes the greatest strength is saying, God, I can't do this without you. That's not weakness. That's where healing begins. Because Jesus never said, come to all. Me, all who have it all together, said, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28, real rest doesn't come from a vacation or a full night's sleep. It comes from knowing you're not alone in the weight you carry. So here's something simple you can do today. Pause, take a breath, and pray, not with fancy words, but with honesty. Something like, God, I'm tired. I don't know what to do, but I know you're still here. Please carry this with me. That prayer may not change your situation overnight, but it changes you, reopens the connection. It lets God in not as a rescue team, but as a father who never left. Asterisk, there was a woman named Lisa. She was a single mom, working 2 jobs, barely making it through each day. Every night she'd tuck her kids in, then cry on the bathroom floor. Not because she was weak, but because she was carrying more than her soul could hold. She went to church, but slowly stopped going. She prayed, but stopped when the silence got too loud. And one night after another bill came that she couldn't pay. She whispered out loud, God, if you're still here, I need you to show me. Because I can't do this anymore. Nothing magical happened. No check in the mail. A big miracle. But the next morning, she woke up. And for the first time in weeks, she felt the strength to stand. Not because the burden disappeared, but because she realized she didn't have to carry it alone anymore. She started praying again, short, broken prayers. She let a friend back into her life. She walked back into church with tears in her eyes and no explanation. And slowly, day by day, she healed. Today, Lisa leads a small support group for other single moms. And every time someone shares their pain, she smiles gently and says, I've been there, and he met me in it. Her strength didn't come from being perfect. It came from being honest and letting Jesus carry what she couldn't. Asterisk, if you're tired. If you feel like you're at the end of yourself, you're exactly where grace begins. God isn't waiting for a better version of you. He's reaching for you right now, in the mess, the confusion, the exhaustion. You were never meant to carry it all. And the moment you stop trying to do it alone, it's the moment Jesus steps in. So take a breath, let go, and let him hold what's been holding you down, because even now, he has not left you. If this spoke to your heart, comment, "I don't have to carry this alone." Don't share this with someone quietly struggling. And if you feel led, just whisper, "Jesus, I surrender. Walk with me."